You're watching Running Report on Fan Hub TF. I'm Joshua Potts, Mr. Pottsville, gonna give you running news produced for and by the culture. And this week, we're doing something totally different, totally new, never done before on RR, and that is the Running Report Awards. This is where we have listed 11 categories from the best race, favorite running media outlet, to favorite track and field athlete you follow on social media, to even the best track meet in 2022. And it gives you guys the chance to vote on the best things that happened this year in athletics. We want to hear from the people at home, the people in the stands, the people chilling on the couch that just love track and field. We want to hear from the track heads. We want to hear from the track heads what you guys thought about 2022. And this is your chance to do that in the Google form down below in our description. You can go over there right now, click it, fill out your form real quick, send it in, have your voice be heard next week when we announce it here on the Runner Report show on January 4th. Or you can first go to the Two Black Runners podcast that we just recorded yesterday, go to the 19-minute mark and get a total explanation on just about every single award, some of our favorites with my brother with the same mother, and just talk about everything. That's at the 19-minute mark at the Two Black Runners podcast. You can also find that in the description. Or what you can do, you can stay here and I can give you some of my favorites from each and every category, just in case you're a little lost on anything. And this will just be a really quick overview. Our first 4 awards are write-in, so that gives you guys the chance to choose and nominate the winners. Our first award of the 2022 Running Report Awards are going to be the best running YouTube channel of 2022. Some of my favorites you can see right now on the screen, but really like a person that I've been watching and really discovered over this year is LNL. I wasn't on LNL like that, but it's interesting to see their journey as somebody that was in high school that had a YouTube channel and everything like that. LNL is definitely one of my top favorites, but we got those other people, Nugent, Total Running Productions, Final Leg, and City's Mag. They're doing great work as well. Now our next award is the best running podcast in 2022. Now, like, I want y'all to say Two Black Runners in this category, but we can't say Two Black Runners over here. But there's a lot of great podcasts. There's so many to list. I only got 4 up here that I really feel like stood out in 2022, but there's really so many to list. Whatever you feel like, put us on to a podcast too that you feel like is your favorite and has been the best during 2022. But City is Mag, I feel like they always can. Next in the awards, we have the favorite social media to follow in 2022. This is a really broad thing to really say, but I'm really just talking about what social media that you love to follow about the sport in 2022. Some of my favorites gotta be Real Talk with T. Like, she's the only person on this year that had interviews with Abby Steiner and Sydney McLaughlin. Ray's Take does an amazing job as well. Then Runner Space like really did a lot of innovative things, so I gotta give them up for 2022. CDS Mag did amazing things this year. The World Athletics Instagram really blew me away and had me laughing a lot this year. So those are definitely some of my top ones, but I want to hear from y'all. What do you guys think? Now we're going to move to our nominations, where the Running Report staff has already put down who they nominated for, and you just got to choose, just like a multiple choice thing, who has been the best in 2022. Starting off with the breakout athlete of 2022, my 2 front runners gotta be Grant Fisher and Abby Steiner, where actually like this list is huge. Trevor Bassett's still right in there, but I really got Grant or Abby didn't win medals this year, but like the performances they had this year, like American records, collegiate records, and everything in between was amazing. And to see like these 2 Americans like try to put their nose into world competition and knowing that like this year they're favorites for it. They're favorites for it in a lot of cases. So like they really broke out this year, where I'm excited to see what they're gonna do in 2023. Now we have the most shocking moment of 2022, and honestly, there's a big list. It's hard not to say Sydney McLaughlin breaking 51 seconds at the 400-meter hurdles. In the 400-meter hurdles at the World Championships, I was there in the stadium and still pinned to our Twitter on Two Black Runners of me and Aaron's reaction. Like, it was complete shock, but also Sharon Lokedi getting that major marathon win in her marathon debut was absolutely just insane. So there's so many to pick from, but Sydney and Sharon's like really stand out to me for being super shocking. I really like this next category, and that is the best track meet of 2022. Now we could have definitely just done the overall track meets, because track meets can go over days, but we chose specific days from track meet if they only last a certain day. So the best track meets that we have a pretty big list on that one too, but the days that really stand out to me is day 3 at the World Championships. That was a monster day. But day 4 of the NCAA Track and Field Championships, or just the women's finals of the NCAAs, were completely like amazing. The storylines, the rivalries, and everything in between was amazing to watch. And then the 10, maybe I'm biased because I was there, but Grant and Mo going at it, and Elise Cranny like being point whatever off the American record was like an amazing display to see how far American distance running has gotten in the past couple years. Now this next award, like honestly, we should have done multiple nominations, but really like, bro, we would have ran out of the room. So that's why we put an other box where you can nominate one more thing. You can have a write-in or you can choose from one of our nominations. The things that I've been really looking at in the races I was looking at for the best race of 2022, gotta be Sidney McLaughlin breaking the world record, Jake Whiteman out-kicking Jacob Ingebrigtsen at the World Championships in the 1500. Then Juliette Whittaker, man, that race really pulled at my heartstrings. Maybe it's because we interviewed Juliette like for the past 3 years leading up to this race, but that was a really cool race that is definitely up there for best race for me. What do you guys think? Speaking of Juliette Whittaker, she's also in the nominations for our next award, the best high school athlete of 2022. Now there's a huge list for this as well. Juliette Whittaker is obviously one of my favorites, but her rival this year and also now Stanford teammate Rasheen Willis is one of my favorites as well. Colin Solomon, Shanti Jackson, Kayla Garrett. I think that's somebody that you guys really need to look into. As a junior, she won U20s in the 400 meter hurdles and is now top 10 in that event. And you already know how stacked the 400 meter hurdles is. So she's definitely in the future and still has another year. So she's someone that I really think y'all should look out to and really just consider who is high school athlete of the year. We're getting to our last few awards, just 2 more left, so bear with me. And next up, we have the best college athlete of 2022. And who do you guys really think? It may be Abby Steiner running away with this. She had an amazing 22. And also Trey Cunningham. They both just got the Bowerman. So I feel like the bias is going to be there for them. But let's not forget about King Joe. This dude won the 1 and the 2 at NCAAs. And let's not forget Caitlin Tui. She has had an amazing 2022, capping off with that NCAA cross country championship just about 2 months ago. So there's a lot of people to choose from. Let's not just go straight off the Bowerman. Let's consider everything in aspects. But I don't know. I think a lot of y'all gonna be choosing Abby Steiner, to be honest. Now in our last award in the Running Report Awards of 2022, our nominations for Best Professional Athlete in 2022. This list is stacked. This list is stacked. And I just want to say one thing. You guys noticed that for all these athletes of the years, we didn't do female, we didn't do male. We just put them all together because it's at the end of the day, who's the best athlete? Who is the best in 2022? And that's the pinnacle right here of best professional athlete in 2022. I think a lot of y'all are going to be picking these five people right here: Sidney McLaughlin, Manu Duplantis, Ellie Kipchoge, Jake Whiteman, and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price. Honestly, bro, I think I'm going Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price. She had an amazing 2022. I low-key feel like she should have got World Athletics Athlete of the Year. And if it's not Shelly, it's Mondo. Mondo had a crazy 2022, bro. He broke the world record 3 times and now has the highest pole vault ever being outdoors, which is insane compared to indoors. So what he's gonna do in 2023, I don't know, man. And he's like 23, like, dude, it's crazy. But let me know what you guys think. Go down below, go right now down in the description, fill out your own version of the Running Report Awards with your winners, and then we'll tally all up. The winners will be announced next Wednesday. Do that all by January 3rd, 12 p.m. Then January 4th, we're gonna announce it all. It's exciting, bro. Thank y'all for tuning in 2022. We'll be back next year on January 3rd, and we're gonna be cooking going in throughout, and we're gonna be bringing back on guests, bringing in athletes, everything like that. We're gonna get cooking up. We're gonna get cooking up for sure. Just stay tuned.